Hello everybody, hello my students. Welcome back. Today we will study types of roots of quadratic equation. Let's start. Types of roots of quadratic equation. We studied before the quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. This is a general formula. We have two roots. The first one, x equals negative b plus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. The second root, guys, x equals negative b minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. The expression b squared minus 4ac is called what? Yes, it's called the discriminant. Is used to determine the two types of the root. We have three types. The first one, guys, if the expression b squared minus 4ac, which is a discriminant, is greater than 0, it's positive. The two roots are real different roots. But if it negative b squared minus 4ac less than 0, the two roots are two complex numbers. They will be conjugate two numbers. The third, b squared minus 4ac equals 0. If the expression, the discriminant, equals 0, the two roots are equal roots. For example, determine the type of the two roots for each of the following equations. The first equation, guys, 6x squared equals 19x minus 15. To find the value of the discriminant, you must write it as ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So, move negative 15 to the other side to be added. We get 6x squared minus 19x plus 15 equals 0. Now, guys, we can write the coefficients a, b, and c. A equals what? Yes, 6, the coefficient of x squared. B equals negative 19x. C equals 15. Now, guys, we can find the value of the expression b squared minus 4ac. b squared, so we will squared negative 19 squared minus 4 times a times c, so minus 4 times 6 times 15. By using calculator, we get b squared minus 4ac equals 1. 1, guys, is positive or negative? Ask yourself. Yes, it's positive, greater than 0. So the two roots are real different roots. The second equation, x times x minus 2 equals 5. We will use the distribution property to simplify. Now x times x equals x squared. X times negative 2, it will be negative 2x. Don't forget, guys, move 5 to the other side to be subtracted. We get the equation in the simplest form, x squared minus 2x minus 5 equals 0. Now we can find a, b, and c. A equals 1, b equals negative 2, and c equals 5. Now find the value of the expression b squared minus 4ac, which is a discriminant. Now it will be negative 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times 5. Negative 2 squared, it will be 4, guys. Minus 20, it will be 4 minus 20 equals negative 16. Negative 16, it will be less than 0. So the two roots are complex numbers. Number 3, 12x minus 4x squared equals 9. Move 9 to the other side to be subtracted. We get 12x minus 4x squared minus 9 equals 0. Multiply this equation by negative 1 and order it. It will be 4x squared minus 12x plus 9 equals 0. Now we can deduce a, b, and c. A equals 4, b equals negative 12, and c equals 9. Now we can find the value of the expression b squared minus 4ac. It will be negative 12 squared minus 4 times 9. Guys, it will be 0. Now 0 equals 0. Now we get the two roots are real equal roots. Number 4, x times x plus 5 equals 2 times x minus 7. First, we will simplify by using distribution property. Now x times x equals x squared. X times 5, it will be 5x equals 2x minus 14. Just move 2x and negative 14 to the other side with inverse sign. We get x squared plus 5x minus 2x plus 14 equals 0. Now collect like terms. We get 5x minus 2x equals 3x. Now the equation is x squared plus 3x plus 14 equals 0. Now guys, we can write the coefficients a, b, and c. A equals 1, B equals 3, C equals 14. Now guys, we can find the value of the discriminant. B squared minus 4AC, it will be 3 squared minus 4 times 14. We get B squared minus 4AC equals negative 47. It will be negative, so the two roots will be complex numbers. Let's have an example, guys. Prove that the two roots of the equation 7x squared minus 11x plus 5 equals 0 are complex. Use the general formula to find those two roots. First guys, we will determine the type of the two roots. The equation 7x squared minus 11x plus 5 equals 0. In the general formula, we can find a, b, and c. A equals 7, b equals negative 11, and c equals 5. Now guys, find the value of b squared minus 4ac equals negative 11 squared minus 4 times 7 times 5. By using calculator, it will be negative 19. Negative 19 is negative less than 0, so the two roots are complex numbers. Now, how can we find the two roots? By using general formula. We studied before, guys, that x equals negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Now guys, we studied before that b squared minus 4ac equals what? Yes, equals negative 19. So substitute directly the value of the discriminant. Now x equals 11 plus or minus root negative 19 over 4. Now guys, the two roots, we can write it x equals 11 plus root negative 19 over 14, and the other root, it will be x equals 11 minus root negative 19 over 14. Let's have another example. If the two roots of the equation x squared minus 2kx plus 7k minus 6x plus 9 equals 0 are equal, find the real values of x and then find the two roots. First guys, he said the two roots are equal. We can deduce now that the discriminant equals 0. So we can say the two roots are equal, then b squared minus 4ac equals 0. But the equation is not in the simplest form. We have x squared minus 2kx plus 7k minus 6x plus 9 equals 0. We can collect like terms to put it in the simplest form. We have negative 2kx and negative 6x. Now we have negative 2k and negative 6 times x, and we have 7k plus 9 as absolute value. Now we can write the expression or the equation as x squared plus minus 2k minus 6 times x plus 7k plus 9 equals 0. Now we can write the value of a equals 1, value of b equals negative 2ka minus 6, value of c equals 7k plus 9. Now the two roots are equal. We can deduce that b squared minus 4ac equals 0. Now substitute in the relation. b equals what? b equals negative 2k minus 6. Now we have negative 2k minus 6 all squared minus 4 times 1 times the value of c, it will be 7k plus 9 equals 0. Just simplify guys, we will use distribution property and find the expansion of the bracket minus 2k minus 6 equals 4k squared plus 24k plus 36. Negative 4 times 7k, it will be negative 28k minus 36. Now simplify. You can cancel 36 with negative 36. We can use 4k squared. 24 minus 28 guys, it will be negative what? Yes, negative 4k. We have 4k squared minus 4k equals 0. We can divide by 4. We get x squared or k squared minus k equals 0. By using the highest common factor, which is k, we can factorize as x times x minus 1 or k times k minus 1 equals 0. We can deduce directly that k equals 0, and from the bracket we have k equals 1. Let's have an exercise guys. Choose the correct answer. The first, the two roots of the equation x squared minus 4x plus k equals 0 are equal if k equals 1, k equals 4, or 8, or 16. He said the two roots are equal. The same idea guys. So we can deduce that b squared minus 4ac equals 0. Substitute in the relation, we get guys 16 minus 4k equals 0. Pay attention guys, b equals what? Negative 4. A equals what? 1. C equals what? K. So substitute b squared minus 4ac equals 0. We get 16 minus 4k equals 0. Now move 16 to the other side to be added, or move 4k to the other side to be added. We get 4k equals 16. Divide both sides by 4. We get k equals 4. So the correct answer is B. Number 2 guys, the two roots of the equation x squared minus 2x plus m equals 0 are real different. So we can deduce that the discriminant is greater than 0. But guys, find first the coefficients. A equals what? Yes, 1, the coefficient of x squared. B equals what? Negative 2. And C equals the variable m. Now guys, b squared minus 4ac is greater than 0. Now substitute, we can get easily that 4 minus 4m greater than 0. Now divide both sides by 4, we get 1 minus m greater than 0. Now guys, we can move 1 to the other side to be subtracted. We get negative m is greater than negative 1. Pay attention guys, we will divide by negative 1. We can change the sign of the inequality to be less than. Don't forget. Now we get what? M less than 1. So the correct answer, it will be C. Number 3, the two roots of the equation lx squared minus 12x plus 9 equals 0 are complex and not real number. Now guys, if L less than 4, L greater than 4, L equals 4, L equals 1. Now guys, the two roots are complex. We can get the discriminant guys is less than 0. A equals what? L. B equals negative 12. C equals 9. Now b squared minus 4ac is less than 0 because the two roots are complex. Now substitute in the relation, we get 144 minus 36 L less than 0. Now guys, we can move 144 to the other side to be subtracted. We get negative 36 L less than negative 144. Divide both sides by negative 36, the coefficient of L. We can change the sign of the inequality to be greater than, guys. Don't forget. So L is greater than 4. The correct answer is B. Exercise, solve the equation 36x squared minus 48x plus 25 equals 0 in the set of the complex numbers. First guys, find A, B and C. A equals what? The coefficient of x squared equals 36. B equals what guys? The coefficient of x, it will be negative 48, and C equals 25. Now guys, we can find here the value of the expression b squared minus 4ac first. The value of the discriminant, it will be 48 squared minus 4 times the value of a, it will be 36, times the value of c, it will be 25. Now guys, by using calculator, we get that equals negative 1296. So the two roots are complex numbers. But how can we find the two roots now? By using the general formula. X equals negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Pay attention guys, we find before the value of b squared minus 4ac, which is equal negative 1296. Now guys, substitute. We get x equals 48 plus or minus root negative 1296 over 72. Why guys? We have 2a, a equals 36, so 2 times 36 equals 72. Now the two roots are x equals 48 plus or minus 36i over 72. The root of 1296 is 36. Don't forget. Now x, by simplification, we have a common factor which is 12. Now x equals 12 times 4 plus or minus 3i over 72. 72 is divisible by 12 equals 6. We get x equals 4 plus or minus 3i over 6. Now guys, x equals 4 over 6 plus 3 over 6i, and x equals 4 over 6 minus 3 over 6i. In the simplest form, we can find the two roots as 2 over 3 plus 1 half I and 2 over 3 minus 1 half I. Finally guys, we have another exercise. If the two roots of the equation x squared plus 2 times k minus 1x plus 2k plus 1 equals 0 are equal, find the real values of k. First, we have to find the real values of k and the two roots first. The two roots are equal. We can deduce that the discriminant equals 0. So the expression b squared minus 4ac equals 0. Now the given equation x squared plus 2 times k minus 1x plus 2k plus 1 equals 0, we can deduce directly the value of the coefficients. A equals 1, B equals 2 times k minus 1, and c equals 2k plus 1. Substitute in the relation b squared minus 4ac equals 0. We get guys 4 times k minus 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times the value of c, which is 2k plus 1. Now simplify. It will be 4 times k squared plus 1 minus 2k minus 8k minus 4 equals 0. We can use distribution property. It will be 4k squared plus 4 minus 8k minus 8k minus 4 equals 0. Collect like terms guys. We have negative 8k and negative 8k. It will be negative 16k equals 0. We can divide both sides by 4. Now k times k minus 4 equals 0. By factorizing the left hand side, we can get directly that k equals 0 and k equals 4. Now guys, we have two values of k. Now we have two equations. You have to solve and find the two roots. First, at k equals 0, substitute in the given equation. We get the equation x squared minus 2x plus 1 equals 0. The expression x squared minus 2x plus 1 is perfect trinomial. It's easy. We can write it as x minus 1 all squared equals 0. Now guys, x minus 1 equals 0. Move 1 to the other side to be added. We can get x equals 1. Now guys, at k equals 4, the second value. Substitute in the given equation by the same way. We get the equation x squared plus 6x plus 7 equals 0. Now guys, we can use the general formula. A equals 1, b equals 6, and c equals 7. The general formula x equals negative b plus or minus root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Substitute, we get x equals negative 6 plus or minus root 36 minus 28. 4ac means 4 times 1 times 7. It will be 28. Now simplify. X equals negative 6 plus or minus 36 minus 28. It will be 8. So we have root 8. Root 8 we can write it as what guys? Yes, 2 root 2. We can say that x equals negative 6 plus or minus 2 root 2 over 2. Now divide by 2. We get x equals negative 3 plus or minus root 2. Now the two roots are negative 3 plus root 2 and negative 3 minus root 2. If you like my video, subscribe to my channel for more math videos. Thanks for watching. See you soon guys.